Welcome to the Fear and Greed Business News Afternoon Report for Tuesday, the 7th of May, 2024. I'm Sean Aylmer. Every afternoon, we've got the 5 stories that happened today that you need to know about. It's been a very big day today. The story number 1, the Reserve Bank left the official interest rate on hold at 4.35% today, once again saying nothing is ruled in and nothing is ruled out. Following the 2:30 p.m. announcement, the S&P ASX 200 surged to finish the day up 1.4%. Equity traders thought the central bank would be more aggressive in commentary about the potential for a future rate hike. When that didn't happen, equities jumped. By the close, all 11 sectors had recorded gains and the bourse finished at 7,793 points. About 85% of stocks ended higher today. Among the large caps, the banks did very well, with Westpac up nearly 3%, while Commonwealth Bank was 2% higher. National Australia Bank went ex-dividend, therefore it finished 1.5% lower. The big miners did well. Wesfarmers and Macquarie Group finished up more than 2%. Transurban, CSL, Woodside, WiseTech Global and Telstra all closed sharply higher. Story number 2, ANZ today announced a 7% fall in its net profit for the 6 months to the end of March to $3.55 billion. It also announced a $2 billion buyback and upped its dividend slightly. The net interest margin, the difference between what it pays on deposits and receives on loans, fell slightly. The group's share price closed flat. In other corporate news today, there were a couple of significant upgrades/downgrades in the market. AGL upgraded its earnings guidance for the financial year due to higher consumer demand and improved generation. Its share price jumped 7%. Meanwhile, Sims' share price slumped 6% after it issued a major profit warning. Story number 3, carbon capture and storage has a role to play in the energy transition, but the government has no plans to encourage its development with subsidies, according to Federal Energy Minister Chris Bowen. He told the Australian British Chamber of Commerce that the government believed that it had no role to play in extending the life of the use of coal, but could play a role in hard-to-abate energy sectors. Mr. Bowen said the government's view on carbon capture and storage is very pragmatic. Its approach is that it can and should play a role in hard-to-abate sectors, in particular where it's proven to work, and it's not simply greenwashing. Story number 4, the bidding war for Namoi cotton continues, with French-based Louis Dreyfus upping its offer to 67 cents a share today, higher than rival Olam's 66 cents a share bid. Singapore-based Olam offered 66 cents a share last week, or 70 cents a share if it reaches 90% acceptances. Problem is, Louis Dreyfus already owns 16.9% of Namoi. That means Olam can't really get to that 90%, so its bid is effectively 66 cents. Dreyfus has come in at 67 cents. Happiest people here are the other shareholders watching the bid price rise. And story number 5, Hamas has agreed to a ceasefire proposal for the Gaza Strip, but Israel's war cabinet unanimously rejected it as far from Israel's necessary demands, hitting hopes for an immediate pause in the fighting. Israel vowed to continue its operation in Rafah to exert military pressure on Hamas, but also said it will send a delegation to meet with mediators. The Israeli Defense Forces have also announced fresh airstrikes against Hamas targets in the Rafah area in the south of Gaza. That announcement came just hours after Hamas said it had accepted a Qatari and Egyptian ceasefire proposal. Questions, though, were raised almost immediately about the details, with both the US and Israel officials saying they were studying the Hamas response. That's all according to Bloomberg. That's it for the afternoon report for Tuesday, the 7th of May, 2024. Michael Thompson and I will be back tomorrow morning with the Wednesday edition of Fear and Greed Business News. I'm Sean Aylmer. Enjoy your evening.